Hello, everybody. Ooh. Hi. I'll flip the camera around here in a second. Hey, Jamie, excuse me. Hi, Cindy. Okay, can I get rid of that little box? There we go. And hi, Melissa. Yes, happy Easter. I'm trying to get my chat going on my screen here. Hi, Mary. I'm gonna flip my camera while I wait for everybody. Okay, let's see if I can get my chat to show up. Can you guys hear me? I guess I can turn up my volume and see if my volume works. It'd be good if I knew what my... Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, guys can hear me. Well, I can't hear myself, so it's okay. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Chow. Hi, Linnea. I can't talk right now. Don't know why. I hope that fixes its problem. Thanks for tagging me in the FSC, Chow. Appreciate it. Hello, everybody. All right, let me get my phone set up over here. And then, I don't know why. Really wish I could get... Streamlabs is so buggy. I'll be happy, maybe. I don't know how much better YouTube is, but Streamlabs is really buggy right now. I'm trying to get my chat on my screen that I'm looking at, and it's... I don't know. Can you hear me now? Am I back? Now it's back. Okay. Like I said, Streamlabs can be stupid. So, and I can't get my chat. I don't know why I can't get my chat. So I'm going to have to, okay. All right, well, let's just get started. I've been wanting to show you guys how to stamp out your sentiments and then scan them and cut them on the ScanNCut using various ways. So, like, let me see here. I've been having a lot of fun with my ScanNCut DX. I have the DX now, and I'm really loving it. And I've been having a lot of fun with printing out, and then scanning, and then cutting out, like the hi Nancy, hi Elizabeth, scanning and then cutting out the sentiments, but cutting them out like a shadow, you know, like the actual bubble sentiments like this. So this is one of my favorite ones that I got. As if you can't say anything nice, we should probably be friends. This would be perfect for the new, the April card swap because there's a snarky one that you can do. Hey, Jerry. Yes, thumbs up. Thank you. I'm still trying to get my chat to show on my screen. Until it does, I'm going to have to look off to the side, which is really annoying. Okay, but anyway, so these are actually foilables too. Foil art. So I'm going to foil these at some point. But these are just sentiments that I got off of, I think it was like the Crafter's Companion site actually, and they come in a PDF, and I just printed them, and then I scanned them, and then I processed them through the software, because you will need the software to do this. So if you haven't played with the software, you're gonna. But this is another one I did. So it just says wishing you a lifetime of happiness, and it's all just nicely cut out in the bubble. Yes, it's perfect for the SVGs for the companies like Kitchen Sink Stamps, and also Crafty Critta has SVG files for their word sentiments, their foil art, and I'm actually going to be working on a video with Nancy to show you guys how to do those. Jerry, yes. But I put my ScanNCut in another room so that I could put the Gemini foil press and Gemini Junior out. Well, because she got the new toy. She got the new, yeah, I don't blame you, Jerry. I don't blame you at all. So here's another one. Just want to show you guys some examples. We won't be doing these today. These are print, you know, like I printed them and then scanned them. But I'm going to show you some sentiments that I actually stamped out. And so these are a whole handful of stuff. And then I also did, I'll show you this really quick. So one of the things that you can do is basically once you print something and then you scan it and then you create a cut file, you can use that cut file every time you print that, no matter what media you use. So I accidentally had a piece of acetate in my laser printer, and so it printed on acetate, and I'm trying to find the matching. Here, I found a matching one. It's like playing the matching game. So I printed out this rose, and then regular white paper, well, not regular, it's Himilco, the Himilco paper that we like to use for foiling. But then like I said, I accidentally printed out the whole entire sheet on acetate. And so because I created the cut file with the white, I was then able to, it's a little blurry because it's clear, it's hard to focus, but I was able to cut out the acetate just as easily because I already have the cut file. Basically, once you create the cut file, you can use it over and over as long as nothing changes with the printout. However, that's a lie, because you can actually move your SVGs, basically your cut files. You can move them to match them wherever they are on your paper. So as long as the dimensions don't change, like if you don't make them bigger or smaller. And even that's a lie, actually, because you can adjust the size on your ScanNCut, so, or in the software. So there's all kinds of things you can do. It's just a little bit more complicated and more technical, which I'm not going to get into that today. So, all right, let me try and get these back in the bag. Yeah, Jerry, I know. That's okay. My my air's been on for the last like 3 days. I don't expect it to turn off till, oh, what, October? So we're pretty much hitting summer here in Arizona. Yeah, 75 degrees in Minnesota, but what's your humidity? That's what I want to know. Okay, so one of the things that I was going to show you, I had used this stamp set before. This is the Take Courage, words today, sorry, having difficulty. This is the, stop lying to us, I know. Well, I say something and I'm like, wait, no, because my brain's like going like, wait, no, I could change that. I could change that. I mean, the easy way would be to say, no, you're just going to print it and you're going to cut it. You're scan it and you're going to cut it. But no, there's so many things that you can do. So this is the stamp set that I used last time that I cut out this. Oh, update. If you guys didn't go back and like see the notes that I added to my first video where I opened like the unboxing and the setup of the ScanNCut, and Lee was on and he was trying to help me because I had to adjust the pressure on my blade. Well, come to find out, I remember I got this as a refurbish, basically through Amazon. And they say that they send like the stuff that is supposed to come with it. It may not be the exact, I mean, obviously brother stuff, but it's going to be like, they'll send a blade, they'll send a mat, they'll basically send everything that's supposed to be with it, but it just, you know, it's going to be piecemeal. So they sent the blade and the carrier, or whatever you want, the drawing words not helping, the thing that hold the blade holder, that's not it, but I'm just showing you. And they sent the wrong blade, because what I ended up doing was I ended up ordering the correct blade, the blade that I knew was for this machine, and also the blade holder. And I got the blade first, replaced the blade with the blade I had, and you could tell the difference looking at it. I sent a picture to Lee, and I'm like, look, Lee, yeah, totally not the right blade. I don't know what blade they sent me, but I ended up putting the blade into my existing holder, and it worked. And I reset the settings back to like default settings, and it worked perfect. I didn't have to adjust anything. It was beautiful. I love it. So I ended up canceling the order for the holders, because I didn't need those, because I had the right holder. But I was just overjoyed that we figured it out, because he's like, there's no reason you should do that. That's why it's called the auto blade. And I was just like, I don't know what to do, other than I know some other people that I worked with their machines that were secondhand had problems with that, where it wasn't quite right. And I'm like, you shouldn't have to tweak it that much. So I should have known, but I was on the live, so I did what I could at the time. All right, let me see. Hi, Empty Nest. Let's see. Melody. Hi, Melody. Okay. So, admins, if you can, because I can't get my comments on my stupid phone that I'm looking at right now, if you could text me, Messenger, I'd appreciate it, because so I don't miss. If somebody has a question that I need to answer, just send me a message. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go for it, because I keep on pressing the chat button on my screen. Elizabeth, do you know anything why it's not working? I don't know, but it's not working. It's not giving my chat on my screen, so that's annoying. Anyway, okay. So this is the Take Courage stamp set, Catherine Pooler. You can get it at scrapbook.com or Catherine Pooler's website. I have an affiliate for both, and I will add those after the live. If you are watching the replay of the live, please be sure to turn on the live chat and go to live chat, not top chat, which I'm doing right now because I forgot to do that. So you can see the conversation that's happening as we're going on, because this was originally, or is, a live. No humidity. All right. Just turn on my laptop for comments. Okay, well, I've got my phone on, so we'll just go with that. Okay, so I have this sentiment that I stamped out. So it says, courage is being yourself in a world that tells you to be someone else. And it's not perfect by any means. It's actually like a rough looking font. And then I have some other ones that I was going to stamp out. So let me do that. And then if you guys have questions, or if there's something specific you want me to do, then now's your time to speak up while I stamp out some other. Thank you, Chow. Yeah, this set has a lot of really cool sentiments. It's got courage, you are, is grace under pressure, so it's like courage is grace under pressure. Or you've got loved, stronger, braver, more than you know. So you could say you are loved more than you know, kind of thing. Take courage, rise up, and do it. Ezra 10.4. So that's actually the Bible verse. And then it's got some little doodads down here and stuff that you can decorate it with. And it does have die set that comes with, or that's available for it. And it cuts out this big thing here and this here. That's it. So it's really handy to have the ScanNCut then for the sentiments if you want to cut out the sentiments, stamp them out and then cut them out. Hi, Michelle. All right. He slept in. Is it already Sunday or Monday, Michelle? No. Really? I don't know. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to grab my ink. I'm going to grab a stamp block. Actually, I lied. Let's just do, I'm going to grab my mini Misty, and I'm going to just grab a couple different stamps, and we'll just throw down some stamps, some sentiments. I also got these sentiments from Penny Black. It's called Good Wishes. Again, this is available at scrapbook.com. I really love, Penny Black has some awesome sentiments. I really love her sentiments. But there's just, I love the combination of the fonts and just the sentiments in general. I have a couple of them that I just recently got that I'm looking forward to using. But it's 7:46 Monday morning in Australia. Okay. Our friend Michelle, who's in the future. Yeah, I don't want it to be Monday yet either. So I'm going to stamp out a couple of these too, just to show you how to do even like the finer stuff. And then I'm also going to show you how to do just like a square or a circle, something simple, something that you won't need the software for. You can do it on your machine. So I'm going to get to stamping, but ask some questions if you guys don't mind. Mine never works either. I just turn, okay, yeah. Let's do this one. This one says, "Oh, wish I was there to give you a hug." So we'll do that one. I'm going to do this. And you know what? Yeah, just do these. Wish I was there to give you a hug. We're going to do that one. Try and do a circle. And then didn't you move your craft room, Michelle? Weren't you relocating it? Was that what I saw? Okay, I've got one that I can do a circle around, and I've got another one that I can do a rectangle around. I think she's relocating. I think she was moving her craft room from like one area of her house to another. My nose has been fine all day. And I start getting on a live and now it's running. I'm sorry. Okay. So we have 3 sentiments we can work with. Poke tool. Oh, I lied. Hold on. My hug is not. Ooh, great. Oh, who cares? Actually, I care. I just my thing moved, so I'm going to flip it over. I'll just restamp it really quick. Taking over the formal lounge room. Well, that's good. To the front of the house. You're going to have more like natural lighting, window, bay window, anything like that. Are you guys ready for Stamp Wars 11? It's right around the corner. I don't want to make Chow or Nancy or any of those guys nervous, but it's going to be fun. Okay, so we have this sentiment, one I already showed you, and then I have these 2. So I have wish I was there to give you a hug and with love on your birthday. So what I can do, this one is I can make a circle around it, and this one I should be able to do a rectangle. So I'm looking forward to it as well. All right, let me flip my camera around and we're going to look at the machine, which is over here. So we are going to flip camera without breaking stuffs. Go and down. All right. Don't you love this? This is from the LCI Paper Company, and it's made out of, this card consists of up to 50% of fast-growing hemp. It was sent in the thing as a sample. They sent a bunch of sample paper. I'll do this. My cord's all wrapped up. Oh my Lord. Okay. There we go. Now you guys can see. And then we'll switch over to the screen when I need to. Okay, so let's turn it on. With the new DX, you have to press and hold the power button. I do want to say that I got the low tack. I know you guys are going to laugh at me because, you know, those people who know the CM, they're going to be like, low tack. Ha ha, everything's low tack on the CM 350 mats. But I got the low tack one, and it actually is a decent tack. I mean, I really think they've like corrected their problem with their mats not being tacky, because the standard one actually was like eating my paper, if you guys remember the first live I did. So I got the low tack one, and it's pretty tacky. All right, so we're gonna lay down these sentiments. And I'm going to load the mat. I'm not worried. They'll stay down. Okay, so no, the mat does not work on both machines. This mat is specific to the DX. The mat for the 350 non-DX, they're completely different mats. And this mat will only go in one direction. So if you're putting it in, it'll actually, if you get an error message that says it doesn't recognize the mat, it's most likely because you put it in backwards. It only goes in one way. So keep that in mind. I love how quiet this machine is, Michelle. I was doing some cutting when I was on a call with the admins, the FSC admins, and it was just hilarious because I was cutting out stencils. And I did like 2 of them, and they didn't even know I was cutting anything. Because I'm like, do you guys hear that? And they're like, what? And I'm like, my machine, it's going. You don't even hear it. It's so awesome. Yeah, I used to never be able to do anything in the same room with the ScanNCut running. The old one is just so loud. It's so much louder. So I'm very happy with the improvements that Brother has made on the ScanNCut DXs. They are amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to do, so if we do this one, if I'm going to cut this, it's going to go straight to my computer. I need to scan it straight to my computer. If I'm going to cut these and I'm going to use the patterns, then I'm going to scan it to here because I'm just going to add the patterns. So let's do these 2 down here first, because these are going to be like the same, the easiest ones, I hope. So we're going to go ahead and do a scan, and we're going to do direct cut, and we'll just go ahead and save it in the machine, and we're going to hit start. And I'm just going to put that down as it goes. trying to adjust this so that you guys can see better without knocking everything over on my desk. Hold, please. If anything, I'll just move the machine. Don't come off. It's not wanting to stay at the moment. I didn't clean my mats, so I'm not a liar, I swear. They are actually really tacky. All right, give me a second. Okay. There we go. Okay, so, excuse me. So it's scanned, so it's showing all three of them. I just don't want this to move. I'm gonna hit OK. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this in because I only want to look at these two down here. We're only going to play with these two down here. And so we're going to go to preview. Okay. And then I hit OK. And then I should be able to get a thing where I'm going to do an, I don't know if it's going to be under, let's go to OK. Nope, that's not what I want. So edit. And I might have to do a different way. No, I don't want that. I know what I'm looking for. That's not going to be what I want. Actually, I know what I want. So we're going to go back to home and we're going to go to a pattern. So we're going to just do, we'll do, what do I want? I want a circle. Do a circle. And then I also want a rectangle. Ooh, what was that? Oh, that's like foiling or something. We don't want that. We'll do a rectangle. We'll do this rounded edge one. Set. Okay. Now I'm going to scan in my document and my stuff again. Excuse me while I open my drink. You guys still there? I don't see any comments, so. Okay, we're going to hit OK. Nope, go back. Okay, so I have my two different shapes. Now I need to put them over the objects. And so where is... I'm trying to get to... I want my... Is it this one? No. Edit. Object edit. Not what I want. Why am I not getting... Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out... Is it this one? There we go. It's a little bit different than the CM. So this is the resize. So now I'm on the rectangle. So I want to make it smaller, obviously. And right now it's set to change the height and the width. It's locked. So if I don't want to, I don't want it to change the height and width at the same time, I can do this, and then I can change just the height or just the width. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and do this, where I'm going to bring them all together. And then we're going to just leave that one like that. And then let's make this much smaller. And then we'll put this one around this. I'm going to hit OK. And then there's also another way. Forgive me while I play really quick. Okay, so that's going to turn it. I don't need that. That's going to change the height and the width. That is going to, if I want to make more than one squares or, you know, duplicate that circle. Was that the one I was just in? Oh, that's a seam allowance. I don't need that. That's for sewing. That's mirror image, I think. This is fill patterns, don't need that. That's lines. This is going to be the offset, which I don't need an offset on this. And this is going to be dot line dot spacing, which that is for something I just got, which I'll be playing with at another time. All right, and then this is going to be cut area and background, so I don't need that. So that's that. And then this, so that would select all. And then this would move stuff. Okay, this is what I was looking for. So this is going to change. You can adjust it so that, see how it moved? Left justification, right justification. It's going to move it to the top. It's going to move it to the bottom. It's going to center it, and it's going to center it. So this just centered. It did both of them on this. So I'm going to undo. And I'll select one. No. So let's object edit. I only want one. There we go. And now we're going to go into, no. I don't know where I was just at. Oh, see, now it's not doing it. Now it's giving me the option. Oh, select two or more patterns. Oh, I see. Because it's got to be an actual pattern existing on your thing, so it's not going to center it. Yeah, it won't center because that's a scanned image. If it was two images that were like scanned, that were like this one, well, like you saw, like this image and this image, it can then center them on top of each other. But because it's a scanned image, it won't do that, which is totally fine. So we're going to go into here and we're going to zoom because I want to make sure that my circle, so we learned something new. I want to make sure my circle is centered as best as I can visually, just by eyeballing it. And so you can move. I can either move it. Oh, for crying out, let's scroll over. Come on. So I can move it like this, you know, manually, which is what I'm going to do right for this one. That looks good. And then we'll go down to the bottom one here. And that one can get moved, and you can move it this way too. So once it's selected, and that actually looks pretty good. And really, I could probably make this smaller, but for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to do these this way, because I would probably want them to be a little bit tighter, but it's totally fine the way it is. And so then now we're going to go through and we're going to cut. And I don't need to do a test because the auto blade is beautiful. And so I'm just going to run it through. And just for your info, I did a bunch of sentiments and I stamped them on different thicknesses of paper, and it went through and it cut them all out perfectly. It was beautiful. Some of it was like copy paper, some of it was 100-pound paper, and it cut every single one of them perfectly. So there you go. So Nancy, that's how easy it is to cut a circle around something. Hi Gloria, missed you too. So that one, I guess my ink, I don't know if it wasn't dry all the way, but that's okay. So there's that one. And then there's that one. And I actually stamped it crooked. So that was my doing. Okay. Now, if you wanted to cut this out, we could actually still do this one in the bubble. Let's put this back on here. And we'll do both of these to scan to the machine. You guys have any questions about that? Yes, Jerry. This is awesome for sentiments. And I also did sentiments. Hold on, let me find. These are the ones that I did. These were stamped, and then I heat embossed them. I didn't like the way they turned out, so I ended up not using some of them. I mean, I have other ones too, but it also works great on black paper. I did black paper, although I did have to run this through the enhanced image tracing, so it didn't quite work with the built-in tracing software. So the enhanced image tracing is the one that you get in the premium 2-pack, and I tell you, it's worth it. And it's been improved on since with the well, in general, in the software, it's been improved on. So it's awesome. But then these were ones that I cut out using the ScanNCut, stamped them, and cut them out. Okay, so let's go ahead and do these now into the other way. So we're going to go to home. We're going to start over. And then we're going to scan. So I'm going to do scan, and I'm going to go to, I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm going to go straight to Canvas Workspace, which is the computer program. So, Gloria, the ScanNCut brother software has also added a print to cut add-on, which I also got, and that is amazing. It's basically like the print then cut that you do for the Cameo or the Cricut, and I'm loving that as well. And now that pretty much eliminates my need for my Cricut altogether. Kathy. Okay, so it scanned it and it said finish transferring. And so now we're going to go to my computer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in we're going to go over here. And we're going to go to the image tracing, and we're going to bring in an image scanned by my machine. So whatever that last image that was scanned from the machine, it's going to bring that in. Now this is the built-in image tracing software. So it has 2 levels for image tracing. And then if you get the enhanced, it'll add a 3rd level. So this level and this level are built into the Brother Canvas Workspace software. This one is the one that you pay for extra. All right, so if you guys, I'm going to zoom in here for you. So the blue outlines, the blue lines here are what the software is wanting to trace. So if I zoom out so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So over here you've got number of colors. So if it's not quite showing all of the different, if it's not, you know, recognizing all the letters and stuff that you want, then you can change it to less colors. I'm going to drop it down. 2 is the minimum. So I'm going to drop it down to 2. And then I'm going to hit preview. And so it didn't really help it on this one, but this one got a little bit better. And for what the purpose of what I'm doing, I don't care if it gets every single letter because of how I'm going to tweak it, so to speak. Jerry, the enhanced image tracing is available in the ScanNCut, what's it called? Hold on. It's the Premium Pack 2 that you're going to want to get. I think it's really dumb that you can't get it. You can't buy it by itself. It has to be bought with a design pack, which I never use the designs. But this is the pack. So it's the ScanNCut Premium Pack 2. And it has the enhanced image tracing, and then it has 25 design patterns. There's another ScanNCut Canvas Premium Pack. I think it's 1, and it comes with a bunch of more design patterns with the enhanced image tracing. You don't need that. You really don't. I mean, unless you are in love with their patterns and stuff, you don't really need to spend more on that other one. But this one, you can get this on Amazon. So if you use Nancy's Amazon link, you can get it on Amazon, and I think it's around $38. Yes, Cindy, I agree. The ScanNCut is awesome. Even the CM350. That was the one that I had. Yes. Canvas Workspace Premium Pack 2 for enhanced image tracing. Yes. And then if you guys are looking to get the ScanNCut, I think is what it's called, print N, the letter N cut, send me a message through Messenger, Facebook, because it's not available in the US, but I do have somebody that we can get it through in the UK. All right. So let's try and tweak this one more time to get the bottom sentiment to recognize more letters. And we may have to, we're going to go, this is the first one. So we're going to go to the second one here. And then we're going to hit OK. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Shoot. Back up. Actually, we're going to go File New. We're going to start over. File New. Don't save. Wrong one. This. Scanned by my machine. I didn't lose anything because, you know. And you can minimize. If you've got like little things down here like this showing up, you can definitely minimize or zoom in on the area that you want to focus on. Okay, so we've got trace outer edges. So this looks good up here for what I need, but I really want more down here to show if I can. So let me do preview. And that doesn't seem to be helping it. Preview makes less. Okay, so let's go to trace areas by color and then include background outline. Let's see if that changes anything. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. So even looks like a hot mess. This is what I want. So now I'm going to click on OK. And what's going to happen is it's going to put the image right here. It says paste the image on the drawing area. So the image is the stamped image that I'm working with. And that's what that means. And then we're going to hit OK. This over. Okay. So if you go to the layers over here, you go all the way down to the bottom, then you're going to have the image. You should have two different images actually. Shape, image. Oh, okay. It's the whole thing is the image. So if I click on this, you see how it's selecting the whole outer? That's the image. Oh, no, that's not the image. That's the image. There we go. It wasn't selecting the whole outer. So there's my image. I'm putting everything back. I'm doing Control Z. Undo. So what you want to first do is you want to click on everything. Just click anywhere. Right mouse click, and you can do ungroup. Because right now it's looking at everything as one just giant picture, and we want to ungroup all of these shapes. So then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to select out. Let's go outside. There we go. I had to click outside to unselect everything. And then we're going to what I want to do is, it's giving me the whole image. I need to hide. So right now, if you look, when I hover over it, it's wanting to select the image still. So I'm going to shut the image off. I'm trying to shut the image off so that I can select just this. And why is it doing? It's going to show me. It's almost like it's showing twice. All right, I'm going to start over because it's got like two different. It's almost like it has two different images, even though I didn't want to, and I didn't have two different images. Okay, so we're going to go down to the trace areas by color and then include background outline. And there we go. Hit OK. Bring it in. So that's the whole image. I'm going to ungroup. Okay. And then I'm going to hide the image. And then I want to, that'll work. Okay. Because I'm selecting, I just only want to select the outlines from this one sentiment. And so I saw that, Cindy. That's awesome. That's the way to do it. So I'm going to now go over here to the edit, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to offset. So there's the offset over here. And then this is how you're going to set the offset. So we're going to, we want to make it big enough, but not necessarily too big. So let's go to the 0.16, and you can undo this and you can do it again. The original line, I'm going to get rid of it. I want to delete it. So it's going to basically expand all the existing lines by 0.16. So I'm going to hit OK. Oh, it's doing that to me. All right, hold on a second. I had this happen with another one. See, I've got double in here and I don't know why. I keep doing new. There shouldn't be two. I know what I'm going to do next. Hold on. We're going to do this one more time and I know what I need to do, I think. Because I had the same problem before. I think it's the background outline that was causing me the problems. So the background outline, I think that's what's giving me the double. So let me try something. Let me bring this in. And then that's probably my problem. Let's ungroup. Yes, Cindy, exactly. If you know the reason why you would want that, let me know. So we've got two different layers. What's this one? So it's really this layer that I would like. So then let's do, which one are you? I have that shape there. Oh, it's a whole thing. So okay, let's put everything back on top. So that's that shape, but then this is all these shapes. So let's see, we've got, I didn't have this many issues the last time I did this. All right, let's see if this will work. Basically, I turned off the image. I hid that one image. So I'm going to go, yeah, it's not letting me do an offset though. That's the image. That's that image. So let's close. Let's get rid of that. Send that outline to the bottom so it doesn't get selected. All right, let me see if I can do this. Because I just turned off the other image. But this one doesn't have enough of what I want, though. It's the other one that I wanted. Give me a second. Let me see what this is. See, Cindy, when you say send it to the bottom, you don't mean move it off here. You mean send it to the bottom over here. Oh, sorry. What I was saying is when you said send it to the bottom, do you mean like select it here and drag it out to the bottom off the mat? Or are you talking about selecting it over here and sending it to the bottom? I'm thinking you're talking about over here. This is the one that didn't ungroup though. So I actually want, let's just get rid of these. Although I don't know if that's going to line up right. I don't necessarily want to do that. I'm trying to get that one shape. Okay. Select. So that's the one I want. I don't know where it's at though. That's the problem. I think it's down. So that's the one I want. This is the one that ungrouped. All right, I think I know what I need to do. Hold on, please. This is what you have to figure out, guys. Ew, don't save. Okay. We can always just do this one because this one's actually working. Let's just do that for now. We can play with the other one. I'm going to select this one for now. And we'll go ahead and reduce that. All right, we'll do that one. Yeah, I had too many. I agree, Gloria. It was seeing, because it had the background layer, but the background layer was the layer that I wanted because that was the layer that was better for this one. But this one now, I have one layer. So I should have the image. So let's ungroup. And then this is just going to, no, not what I wanted. So this is just going to be then now the image and this layer. And this layer is going to be broken up now. This is what I was trying to do. For whatever reason, using the background image in there, it was causing too many problems with too many layers. And I had to figure out the layers over here, and I wasn't able to. So this, if you come down here then in the image, the very bottom right, there's an eyeball on the image. And so if you click on the eyeball, it makes the image go away. So all you see is what the outline is. This is what's going to be the cut. So now I can select all the layers, or all the, the layers, all the pieces. And then I'm going to come over here to the edit. I'm going to go down to offset. And I'm going to do the 0.16. And the offset direction is outward. So you can go in or out. It's going to be rounded edge. Corner types, you can do round edge or bevel edge. So if you want really sharp corners, you can do the bevel. And then the original line I want to delete, and that's just basically in the view here. I don't want the original line to show. And so I'm going to say, okay. Now you see all this mess of bubbles. But what you do then is you select everything again, and then you come over here, and you guys are familiar with the weld. If you use Cricut at all, this is what you're going to do, and you're going to hit weld. And so as you can see, I can go back to my layers. I can go to my image. And so now if you look, you can see that it's going to cut very close around. However, there's a couple little issues I've got right here that's not exactly perfect, and then right here it's not exactly perfect. And then it's going to be cutting out little things here, which that's easy to fix. But let's get rid of the image. So if it's stuff like this, you can literally just come in here it's doing it as a whole item. Oh, it's the one whole shape because I welded it. So never mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to do undo. So it's the mess here. We're going to go back to before I did the offset. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bigger offset. So I'm going to select everything and I'm going to do the offset and I'm going to go out to 0.20, hit OK. And now it's a bigger mess, which is fine. And now I'm going to do this and I'm going to do weld. And now I don't have any of that mess on the inside. Except for that one right there, maybe. Possibly. But that's okay. So let's look. Bring back in the image. And that's better. I think I still want it bigger. So we're going to do undo, undo, undo. And we'll go out one more. We're going to go to edit. It wouldn't let me ungroup, Gloria. Once you weld it, it's not able to be ungrouped. So I'd have to remove the spots in the middle before I welded it, but that would be hard for me to do considering I don't know where they are. But we're going to go and we'll just do one more offset out. And then we're going to do a weld. And now we have nothing in the middle. And this looks like it's a little bit better. There are other ways that I could have changed the little, imperfections, and I can show you how to do those, but I'm not going to get into detail with it because it's kind of like the advanced way. But now that's like perfect. So the other way that you can do to fix it, and I'll just go over it really quick. Zoom in. So if you click on the object twice, then yeah, Cindy, the paths, exactly. So like this one's a little bit too close for me. So what I can do is I can come in here and there's the plus and minus. This is the nodes or the paths or the points. And so you can remove paths and you can add paths. And so if I wanted to, there's a couple different things I can do. I can come in here and I can remove a path and it'll remove see how it moved it out? So now it made it so it's not so close to this. And so that's more what I want. Or what you can do is you can actually select and you can kind of shift stuff around. I know that's not the ideal way right there, but that is a way too. And then the other thing you can do is you can actually move single nodes themselves. So if you wanted to create like a whole new, path for these things, then you can do that too. So, and that isn't something that is part of the enhanced image tracing. That is actually part of the normal Canvas workspace. So if you wanted to come in here and make your own, you can literally come in here and just freehand your own, cut file, so to speak. Okay, so once this is done, then what you do is you go back over here. So this is all set. This is perfect, just the way I want. Now, what I could do, actually, let me try and bring this in really quick. So let me zoom out. Actually, it's over here. So we're going to go, let's go and tweak our offset. So I'm going to select, that's the offset. So we're going to go down. And we're going to do the offset. And so let's say we want to bring it in. Let's go ahead and bring it in. And we're going to go inward. And we're going to hit OK. So it brought it in a lot more than I wanted. Yeah, I don't like that. We're going to just do undo. We're going to keep it like that. That's totally fine by me. Okay, so then when you're ready to cut, what you do then is you're going to go to File and Export/Transfer FCM file. And it's basically telling you the image. It says the image data will not be exported or transferred to with the cut data. It means the image, like the actual stamped image, which is fine because that's actually, you know, it's on my mat. So you hit OK. And then you tell it how you want to export it. So you can send it to a jump drive. You can send it via the internet if you're Wi-Fi enabled, and you can do it versus like a printer cable if you're connected directly. So I'm going to do via the internet. And then it says it's ready to go. So now we're going to go over to the machine. And it goes into sleep mode. I'm going to turn it on. And we're going to hit OK. And as long as you haven't removed your mat, then everything's exactly where you left it. So you're going to go home and you're going to go to retrieve data. And it is on my computer. So we're going to go to there. And there's my cut file. So it's bringing in the exact image as it remembers it too. So it's bringing in the cut file, and it's basically bringing back the image that was scanned. If you want to rescan it and make sure that it's in, or let's say something moved, you can definitely come in here and you can do the scan and rescan your paper. And then you can move this, you can edit this. You just go to edit, and then you're going to tap on this to select it and then move it where you want to so that it lines up around your stamped image. But I haven't moved anything. My mat hasn't been removed. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And we're just going to cut this. So let's back it up. And we're going to hit cut and start. And there it is, perfectly cut. And then the thing you could do is, let's say I wanted to do a mat behind this. So I can come over to, let's come over here. I now have a cut file. So if you save this cut file, this is a stamped image. So it's always going to be this size when you stamp it. So if you stamp it, you could cut this out. You could cut out a blank. One of these, like we would do for kitchen sink stamps, or like Nancy does for kitchen sink stamps. She cuts out a lot of the blanks for like the sentiments and stuff. Like she just did a video on the sentiments, where she just cut out all the blanks and then she stamped onto the blanks. So you could definitely do that with this too. You can cut these out. I could make a whole page of these. I basically would just come in here and I'm going to select it, right mouse click, and you hit duplicate. And then you can go ahead and make another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. So you can fill a whole page with a bunch of these blanks, and then throw them in, cut them out, throw them in the, your stamp package so that you have them ready to go. The other thing, what I was saying though, is what if I want to do a mat? Let's say I want to cut out a mat and black paper to go behind this. So I can easily do that by just selecting. Let's see, we're going to make this, and then I'm just going to do an offset on it bigger than what it is. So I'm going to go outward, and let's do 0.12 and see how big that goes. Let's do a little bit bigger. Offset. Okay, so that's a little bit bigger than what this was. And so now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and send this to my machine. I'm just doing a rough, doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll show you what it looks like on my machine. Cindy, what do you mean by you can make a cutting mat for that? are you talking about what I'm just doing now in regards to a matte layer? I'm going to go home, delete everything. I'm going to go to retrieve data, my PC. And so now it's got, sorry, I'm trying to keep my thing from moving because it doesn't want to stay where I put it. Okay, so now it's got the original one here, and then it's got the one I just created, and then it still has the image from the original scan. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to delete that one because we don't, well, actually cancel. I'll go ahead and cut that one because it'll just be a blank then. And then this is the matte. So let's do, all right, let's do black paper. We'll do a piece of black paper. I'm going to take this off. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm going to take a piece of black paper and lay it down. This is going to be my matte. I'm going to cut it out, my matte out of this one. The bigger one's going to get cut out of this one. And then I'll do another white piece to cut the regular, just blank. And then now that I've done that, I'm going to scan this in. So we're going to go back up here. And I'm going to go to OK. I'm going to go to scan. Start. Okay, yeah, Cindy, I just wanted to be sure that we were on the same page. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, this is going to be fun because it's black paper, but I can barely see it. Okay, so I can see that this is the white paper just because I can't see the lines behind it. So this one, I'm just going to center on there so I make sure that's there. And then this is going to just center on the black paper. Okay, and then we're going to hit OK. And we're going to cut. And start. Yeah, I don't need to see. I could see the background. I mean, I know what you mean. I think it scans, it's the background though that, I don't know if it's, I think I changed that once and it didn't change the actual color of the paper though. But I know what you mean. Yeah, you can, there's 3 different settings for the background so that you can see. We can go in there and look at it really quick. Let me go look at it. Cindy's talking about the background settings so that, let's go back and see if we can go to tools. So right now it's showing the background. Let's go to that and see what's, oh, yeah, that's better because now I can see the outline and the dark paper. So that's cool. Let me go to the next one and see if I do off. What does that look like? Oh, don't want that. I want to at least see what I scanned. So let's do this one. I kind of like that one. Okay, so that was good. All right, and then let us look at what we got. So we've got this, and these are both 65 pounds, so it's not like I used different layers, but you have then, ta-da, or in this case, just like that. And you can cut this out of any color that you want. You can use glitter paper, you can use foil, you can use whatever you want. So you can do your little mat. And now you don't ever have to do this again. You save the file as, you know, Take Courage stamp set, Catherine Pooler, whatever it is. And then whenever you need to do a cut file again, like I said, the stamp doesn't change size. It's going to stamp out in the same size. So, ta-da! So basically, every time you stamp out this stamp set, you can then have your SVG files ready to go, ready to cut. So there you go. Do you guys want me to try and get the other one to work? Now that I have just, if it's just do the one, what time is it? Ooh, it's 5:30. I don't know if I'm going to have time, actually. I can try it if you guys want me to. Oh, thank you. It's my husband called it marble, which I totally think is marble. But you can call it, it's called watercolor. And it is also, in the crafting world, I would say it would be alcohol ink. All right. Any questions? Yeah, it's a cool color. I'm having fun doing my own nails. Thanks, guys. I'm looking over here because that's where here, let me put it underneath so I'm just looking down. You guys have any questions? I'm probably going to have to sign off here. I just wanted to do a quick one just to show you how to do the sentiments, the stamp sentiments. You can do printed sentiments the same way. So you print them out on your printer and then you scan them into your software and then just do the same thing. So you're basically going to just add an offset so that it's big enough that it covers up all the gaps and then weld it together. And I usually do just undo. If I don't like it the first time, if it's not exactly what I want, I just do undo rather than try and tweak what I have existing, because it doesn't always seem to work. It just seems to complicate things if I try and tweak what I did rather than just undo it and then redo it with like a bigger offset. Hi, Heidi. Well, if you guys have any questions, oh my gosh, Lise, you got to get it out, especially the DX. I don't know if you've had another brand, the CM prior to the DX, but I'm telling you, this is like, it's basically like the laminator to the Mink. You know, when you get the laminator, you're like, yeah, it works and it does what I need to. But then when you get the Mink, you're like, whoa, this is the way it should be. This is like the next level. And that's what the CM350 is to like the DX version. It's amazing. It's awesome. Yes, and I'll do the print and cut. I actually did. I'll show you guys some of those. Hold on. Let me put got a magnet flying around. I'm going to go my camera down real quick. Here's my top of my computer. So I did the print to cut. So I printed some designs on some photo paper. And this is what it did. This is the print and cut. So these are clip art. I mean, look at this. Look at this cactus, guys. Look at the thorns on the cactus. You can see the thorns on the cactus. I mean, it's a little off down here, so I probably have to calibrate it again. But that's amazing. That's just a clip art. I printed it on photo paper. And then I did the whole process of the print and cut. And then I did these. And I did another thing, but I already put it in a card and sent it in the mail. So I can't show you the other things that I did. But I mean, it's just awesome, the detail. And then these were just done with the same thing we just did. Same with this. That's the same thing we just did. And then this is a print and cut. So I can show you guys how to do that. I find the SVGs, there's a lot of free sites on the internet. I'll tell you the two. There's a couple that I use literally. Literally I get once a week. every couple days. I'm trying to remember how often I get the emails, but I've signed up for the emails, and so I get Creative Fabrica is a great one. That's one that gets, they send out, you have free SVGs, free clip arts, and I think that clip art is from Creative Fabrica. And there's SVGs, there's clip art, there's embroidery files. They have like one embroidery file, one clip art, one font file, at least once a week, free. So you can get those. I'm scrolling in my email really quick to see, because there is another, Burton Avenue is another one that I use online. It's free. Just sign up for freebies. They just give out one freebie a week. But Creative Fabrica, and then Calua, Calua Design is another one that I love to get. Again, sign up for the free SVGs. That's all it is. I just get free SVGs from them. So I just get their email list, and so I get emailed free SVGs. Just download those. Okay, let me get comments. Jan, yes, you have to have different mats for the CM and the DX. And I don't like, the DX mats are expensive, they're pricey, but they have definitely improved the mats. So they're not, they're much better. I'm telling you, they're much better. The adhesive on them is much better than the CM mats. Design bundles. Yes, design bundles is one too. Heidi, using clip art for cards, you just have to go by the angel policy. A lot of times it's for personal use, and their personal use can consist of putting it on a card and using that card. So that's, but it's up to each individual company on what their angel policy is. So you'd have to just go by each angel policy to see how that works. And my dog's like scratching on my door. The CM mats are awful. Yes, I had probably like 3 or 4 of them because they were so bad, and I had to keep buying new ones because the adhesive would just go away. Yeah, the print and cut is only for the DX. It's not for the CM. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's a software thing. They could definitely add it to the CM. So, but yeah, but it's a game changer. That was the only reason why I was hanging on to my Cricut. So if anybody's interested in a Cricut Explorer 2, let me know, because I'll be selling it. Tape works wonders. Yeah, I had to tape everything down. But the problem with tape though, Jan, is that if you have, like, I would do a stencil, and so some of my stencils would cut out the area around the whole entire stencil and then do the intricacies inside of it, and that would totally negate the tape, because now the piece that's still stuck in the middle is now not held down. So I used pixie spray a lot, actually. Pixie spray was my best friend for the CM mats. All right, let's see. Guys, got any other questions? If not, all right, Heidi, do you have the print and cut? Do you have the software? Yeah, I agree, Cindy. It should be something that they'd be able to add, since it's a software thing. Because I think it's just, you're looking at the registration, you're adding registration marks on the paper, which the software is that's what looks at, you know, the software looks at those. So why would that not be something they could add? Heidi, if you're interested in getting the print and cut, where are you? Well, just message me, because if you're in the US, you can't get it in the US. You have to get it outside of the US, and I have a contact. You're welcome, Emptiness Scrapper. Good night, you guys. You're very welcome. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below, and I will try to either answer them or do another video to answer them. And then also, don't forget to thumbs up if you like it. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, please do so. And make sure you turn on your notifications and set it to all so that you actually get notified when I go live. Good night, Jan. Good night, Jen. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Have a happy Easter. Enjoy the last few hours. Well, for some of you in the US. I know Australia is already in Monday. Good night, everybody. Have a good night.